Former President Bill Clinton, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, even Oprah Winfrey. Those are just some of the people taking the stage on night 3 of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.
All of them leading up to the headliner for tonight. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz taking to the stage to accept the Democratic vice presidential nomination. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Steve Botari.
And I'm Marissa Tansino. The Minnesota governor sharing his story that started as a child in rural Nebraska and his hopes if he and Kamala Harris are elected to the White House. WMUR political director Adam Sexton is live at the convention in Chicago. Adam.
Well, Marissa and Steve, day 3 of the Democratic National Convention is in the books, and what it may have lacked in the star power and intensity of the last 2 nights, it tried to make up for that with the authenticity of a Midwest guy like Tim Walz. Governor Walz actually had his state champion football team from Minnesota come on stage to introduce him. You can look at some of the video from that, with a former student introducing him as the kind of guy that would push you out of a snowbank when you got stuck. In his speech, Walz highlighted his Nebraska roots, his work in the classroom as a teacher, and service in the National Guard. There was, of course, a lot of policy shoehorned in there as well. One of his biggest applause lines of the night, quote, "Never underestimate a public school teacher." Harris's VP pick drawing a strong contrast on the issues between the two parties. Take a listen.
And we made sure that every kid in our state gets breakfast and lunch every day. So while other states were banning books from their schools, we were banishing hunger from ours. But when we Democrats talk about freedom, we mean the freedom to make a better life for yourself and the people that you love. Freedom to make your own health care decisions. And yeah, your kids' freedom to go to school without worrying about being shot dead in the hall.
Even with a line like that, joy was a big theme tonight, mentioned by a lot of speakers, including Governor Walz himself. But in the grounded reality of this race, that pick of Governor Walz as the VP nominee by Vice President Harris is all about trying to win in those key swing states. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. We'll see in November if that pays off. Steve and Marissa.
Adam, tomorrow night, final night, we're going to expect Harris on the stage. What are we listening for from her?
Yeah, all eyes will be on Vice President Harris tomorrow night. Of course, the bar has been set very high. This crowd has been electric 3 nights in a row. We're expecting they're going to bring it again.
Sexton live in Chicago at the convention. Thank you, Adam. And the final night of the DNC is tomorrow, and News 9 is taking you there. Coverage begins at 9 on WMUR before Kamala Harris formally accepts the party's nomination.